The number one rumor, or I don't even know if we can call it a rumor. It seems like it's more than that at this point, being that it's been confirmed by everyone, is that Bill Belichick and the Atlanta Falcons have a lot of interest in who many consider the greatest coach of all time. Well, I have my sources, and I'm not one here to sit here and break news unless I absolutely believe that it's something that should be broken. Broke the Chris Sale news. Now I am doing this. This is no joke. Bill Belichick to Atlanta is he should be viewed as the top candidate for the Atlanta Falcons head coaching job. There's obviously interest in Arthur Blank. We can speculate on why that interest is, but I think it's rather obvious. They want to win now. He's enamored with the Patriot way. He thinks Bill can help make that happen. Alex, what are your thoughts on this?
I hate it. I hate every aspect of it because, look, the margin of error is so thin. First of all, Bill's age has got to be a concern. I mean, Arthur Blank is seemingly doing this because he wants to win immediately because of his age. Now you're going to hire a guy with no long-term viability in the city of Atlanta. Bill Belichick, what is he going to be here? 3 years? 5 years? In 5 years, the guy's going to be 77 years old. Let's take a second here and think about a 77-year-old head coach in the NFL. I mean, Nick Saban just retired, 72 years old. Maybe it's time, Billy. And I know the NFL is less demanding of a job than college because we're recruiting, the NIL, the transfer portal and all that. But even past the age thing, what has he shown you in the past, in the post-Tom Brady era, that should give Falcons fans confidence? He's made absolutely no good coordinator hires. Hell, he ruined Mac Jones's career because he put Matt Patricia in charge of the offensive play calling. I mean, that's absolutely asinine. That tells you he might be senile. You put Matt Patricia in the offensive coordinator role, this is a problem.
And Joe Judge as quarterbacks coach.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. And let's just say he gets it perfect. I'll throw it back to you. Let's just say he gets it perfect. He hires Josh McDaniels. They get the quarterback thing immediately done. He's going to be done in 3 years. There's no way he lasts more than 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, the only perspective I view this as a positive is for a personal, preference perspective for the health of this show, the health of our site and stuff like that, because he will bring headlines. Maybe he brings a winning team that goes to the postseason. I can't imagine that he's going to be the answer to bringing us to a Super Bowl. And we'll be doing the same thing, which is very good for views, talking about head coaches and stuff like that in 3 years, because you're right. He's not going to be here for longer than 3 years. And I also agree with you. I'm not going to lie, there's intrigue. Like I'm interested to see what would happen, right? Like it's kind of something that if the NFL is a movie, like this is a movie I'm ready to see, simply because it's either going to go spectacularly well or just be one of the worst coaching hires and just an embarrassment on the tenure of Arthur Blank as a head coach, which as an owner, which has continuously gotten worse, right? Like these last 6 years have been a stain. And if you do this, and it sucks, and you're going to have to hold on to him whether he's bad or not next year, it's going to be an embarrassing way to go out for Arthur Blank. So as much as there's the potential in Arthur Blank's mind that this could lead to the Super Bowl he's been chasing his entire tenure as the owner, it could also just be the worst possible way to go out. Like I guess go out on your shield. You love Bill Belichick. He's the GOAT. He could do this. But this has the potential to just be the absolute opposite of whatever we think is good for the Falcons. And it just a terrible mess. But it's the Falcons. Like, what do we expect? This is right. The kind of crap we expect. We've come to expect. It'll at least be interesting. That wraps up our show for this evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will wrap up the week tomorrow.